Do you know the severity of Kuminga's injury right now?
It's a sprained ankle. We'll have more tomorrow. It's not going to be a day-to-day thing. It was a significant sprain, so we'll just have a report tomorrow once we get a better feel for it.
Obviously, no Steph, no Kuminga in the second half. They didn't have a bunch of people too, obviously, but this one kind of just a gut check kind of game, just scrap it out sort of thing. Obviously, they're a physical team anyway, but
Yeah.
What did you think about your performance?
Fantastic. Just the guts our guys showed in the second half. Kyle Anderson coming in for JK and performing the way he did. Kyle's one of the most professional players I've ever been around. He reminds me so much of Loon, always ready in and out of the rotation, but stays prepared and understands the game and makes the right play over and over again. I thought he was the key tonight. I thought Wiggs, that third quarter, when JK was out, Wiggs, I think, was 1 of 6 at halftime and just took over that third when we really needed him the most. And a lot of guys played really well, and it was fun to see our guys perform like that, shorthanded.
You're now 5-2 in the game Steph's missed this year. I mean, how significant is that within this season?
I got to be careful about answering this because I can see the headline now. Kerr says Warriors better without Curry. I know how you guys operate. So you said we're 5-2 without Steph.
Your numbers with him off the floor are not good, but the
Yeah.
fact that you haven't won those 5 games.
All right.
How important is that?
No, hugely important. I mean, I think I said at the beginning of the year, I felt really good about our ability this year to win games without Steph, to win games without Draymond. I think we've been able to do both, just based on the depth of our roster. We have a lot of guys who are dying to play and ready to play when other people are out, and it's fantastic to be able to win a game, against a great team without Steph, and then get him the rest he needs for tomorrow's game, and be able to come back with him fresh and giving his knees a little rest. So it's a big night for us, and I think Dennis has a lot to do with our ability to keep playing, through Steph's absences, handling the ball, guarding the ball, getting us organized.
Steve, you mentioned Wiggs' quiet first half. What do you think lit the fire that he showed in the second half?
The Desmond Bane play when he ran through him at the end of the half, that made Wiggs mad. So, so he came out ready to go in the third.
When we talked before the game, we talked a little bit about how the next few weeks are going to be important to evaluate and see what this team is like. How much more complicated does that get if Kuminga has to miss a couple weeks?
It's really a question for Mike. That's more his job than mine, but I'm just glad we have the depth that we do. I'm glad we have Kyle. There was a reason we signed him and Buddy and DeAnthony. We added a lot of depth for this reason, to be able to withstand some injuries. So, it's going to be tough. JK's been playing the best basketball of his career these last couple weeks, so we're going to miss him. But Kyle will fill in well.
Looked like, I don't know, you were thinking about getting Buddy back in at the end, but you left Lindy in. Lindy hits those shots. Just what was it like to watch him kind of meet that moment?
It was great. Lindy's a really good shooter, and he started out the season hot and then cooled off. And I think this is all part of his development and progression as a young player. You just have to kind of ride the wave as a shooter, where there are times where it doesn't, the ball's not going in, but you can't let that affect your confidence. And I think he's really bounced back well here, and looks more confident, more comfortable now than he did a few weeks ago, and he's done a great job of kind of mentally preparing himself for that.
Did you almost take him out?
I did, yeah. I was Buddy was at the scores table, and then Lindy made a shot, and Buddy looked at me, and I gave him the thumb back to the bench, and that's kind of how we always do it, no matter who's out there. If a guy's hot, you leave him in.
You mentioned Bain and Wiggins. I don't know, maybe slightly joking, but there was definitely some emotion out there.
Yeah.
No mystery with you guys and them. Obviously, there's been some things. Draymond certainly got elevated emotions. Did you like the way it kind of simmered, but didn't go all the way over? What did you kind of see from that kind of side of the game?
I thought Draymond did a great job of staying poised when Jackson was scoring. Our game plan was to make them, have to make twos to beat us, and so when Jaren was scoring, that's frustrating for Draymond. He takes that very personally, and the fact that he kept his composure and he picked up the flagrant. I thought it was a questionable call. The tech was, he was yelling boom. He didn't cuss or anything. So he was emotional, but he kept it on the right side of the line, and that was an important part of the win.
Steve, how much did some of Lindy's big threes there open things up and also allow you guys to really, move the ball pretty well?
Yeah, Lindy was great. Buddy making 4 threes. I mean, we made 23 threes without Steph, and I was hearing Raymond's voice in my head as we were walking in here. I'm sure he has a stat for you. Is that a?
We are in the process of confirming that.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's the most threes the Warriors have ever made without Steph. I'm guessing. I would think some of you guys would have that. You had all these random stats for me the other night, and nobody has it. I'm kind of disappointed in you, to be honest.
Most without Steph, we think.
Without what?
We think.
Yeah, we think. Yeah.
Daryl will have it soon.
Daryl will have it sooner than Raymond. We know that. Some people work harder than others. Thank you, guys.